invaded this country. You stole the land. You encouraged genocide. You are the one that are privileged from it. You are guilty.
Grandfathers Aboriginal, bro.
There was a lot of them that were troopers and shot us.
Wow, white supremacists have started protesting in Melbourne, in Preston, saying, white man fight back. I mean, you know, this is being covered by the media because Australian media is not putting this out. I found it on TikTok and absolutely crazy. You know, we're trying to fight racism in this country. You know, I come from a family of immigrants and I grew up, I had to add the name David to my name when I was a kid because my first name was Umut because my parents are Turkish, right? And all I'm saying is that, you know, we can do better, guys. What do you mean white man fight back? What are you fighting back for, mate? Like, you took the country from Aboriginals and what are you fighting back for, you know? Anyway, that's a news update for you guys.
I hope now, after all the footage that's been released from yesterday, we can all recognise what those March for Australia rallies were really about. People tried to claim that it was about mass immigration. I saw people saying that it wasn't even about immigration in general, it's about mass immigration. And yet from all the different videos that came out of yesterday, from all the different sources, there's like no videos talking about resources, the housing crisis, the cost of living crisis, the employment crisis. You know what there are a lot of videos of from a lot of different sources? Neo-Nazis leading all of these protests. Neo-Nazis talking about white pride and white Australia and we need to take this country back for white Australia and the white man. Neo-Nazis literally attacking people at these protests. They were violent protests. There is even footage of neo-Nazis storming an Aboriginal sovereign camp and attacking the elders and women there. There are women and elders in hospital after this event. These rallies were never about immigration. They were always going to be used as an opportunity to push racist and fascist ideologies. And I think it's important that we recognize that and we recognize these rallies for what they were, because they weren't just an average Australian going out to protest for the betterment of the country or our community. These protests didn't come from a place of care or concern for our country. They came from a place of white supremacy. And in a multicultural country like Australia, there is simply no room for racism. Australia has never been and will never be a white country. Like, don't forget that this always was and always will be Aboriginal land. This country has black roots. And in today's age, we're lucky enough to have so many diverse cultures that live here. Australia is so much of a multicultural melting pot that it simply will never be a white country.
Hi guys, Zara Martins here. You're welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to like, follow and share. On today's episode, we'll be talking about white supremacy and the March for Australia rally, which held on the 31st of August 2025. It wasn't about immigration, which they made it seem, but it was about the neo-Nazis talking about white pride and white Australia and how they need to take their country back for white Australia and the white men, right? Credit goes to the original creators for this video. Let's keep watching. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and share.
When education fails, this is what happens. This image is Australia's mirror. It's a group of masked white supremacists standing proud in front of a shopping centre, not just protesting, but parading hate. The banner, it's not just a racist slogan. It's a symptom of a deeper disease, and it's called white supremacy, that's still alive and well. Don't believe me? Go see the comment section in my most recent videos. Oh my god, it's crazy. But what's actually fueling this? I say it's the failure of education, and it's the failure of truth-telling. We are taught that Cook discovered Australia, but not that this land was stolen. We are taught that violence is new, not that massacres of the native people were buried in silence. And this isn't just racism in the streets, it's racism in the curriculum, in the systems, and in the silence. When you refuse to teach kids the truth, they grow up to wear masks and they chant hate. First of all, why is banning machetes so problematic for white males? As if their violence is culture? Like, what's going on? I don't understand. I sorta do, but that's not what it's about. That's not what... I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyways, I'm just so mad. This photo isn't shocking because it's rare, but it's also shocking because it's very real. It's recent, and so many people defend it. And it's growing. But I say Australia is not powerless. We have seen unity, we have seen truth tellers, we have seen people black and white stand together and confront hate. Australia is much better than this. White supremacy will always thrive where truth is erased, so you must fix the curriculum, teach the truth to your children, and dismantle the hate, because we must do it together.
I take my child to the playground, and every single other child at the playground is speaking a foreign language to their parent. My child is the only child at the playground that's speaking English. And I'm surrounded by people that are being told, oh, this is a great multicultural diversity, and it just means less white people, less white culture, and ultimately, we're going to turn into global South Africa, and I will fight to stop that from happening. I had family in South Africa. I'm not letting it happen here. And so I'm trying with all my might to be peaceful and reasonable and political, but we have to protect white Australia. We have to.
Literally don't know where to start. There's so many things to destroy in this argument. Oh my gosh, boo-hoo. Oh, your child's the only person who speaks a different language from all the other people around them. Sounds insensitive to say it like that, right? You can't be like, oh, Australia has to be literally just all white, and I don't like it that my child goes to the playground and no one speaks the same language. No, you know what? Instead of upgrading and being more inclusive and understanding, hey, this is my culture, this is your culture, let's come together. No. How about your culture just leaves, okay? So everyone looks and sounds like me. Because I don't want it to look like South Africa. That's what he said. Keep in mind the apartheid and all that other stuff that happened. It's almost like it was the black people's land, and then the white dudes went over there and did their thing and took it over. Nelson Mandela and all that stuff happened. And then he's saying, I don't want it to be like that. He's basically inferring that the South Africans had land, they had power, and then they lost it to the blacks, even though it was their land to begin with. Ironic that it's sort of like the same mindset that he has with Australia. It was indigenous peoples, and then the white people got it, occupied it, and now he's angry that it's becoming diverse and multicultural, which is not even to the degree he's saying. Look, everyone should live in harmony. Some places have more white people, some places have more black people, okay? It's okay to have different cultures. We're not trying to take it from you. And if we were, rightfully so, you couldn't even be mad because you took it from someone else. What goes around comes back around, or karma. Not that I believe in karma, but you get what I'm saying. Imagine saying that. Oh, I'm going to walk little Timmy. Oh my gosh, no one's black around here. Oh, it's the government's fault. And you know what? Even though it's the government's fault, I actually hate it that everyone's speaking a different language than this language, okay? Our language is the best language. It's the superior one. And I don't like it that we don't have our own place. So all you other families who have come from hardship, all the other families come from hardship and have had a tough time migrating and assimilating, guess what? I actually don't think you belong here, even though this is pretty much stolen land. And you know what? I feel unfairly done. Yes, it was taken from you, but I want my people to have it. Talk about the irrational